The Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, has given 3 months performance report during the visit of the Board of Housing Development Advocacy Network, HDAN, the leading Nigerian civil society organization on housing.
So it has been 3 months now since that day. I'm happy to inform you that we have prioritized all this concerned in our action plan, because I know that I remember that day you said that you promised to track my performance. And so I wish to report that I'm now giving my performance report. The first one is on data, where we are making a lot of progress. In our first month of office, we held a formal meeting with the National Population Commission, the whole organization, to kickstart this process, whereby as a ministry we have set up a task force that is actively working with the Commission to design the survey instruments that will help address the housing-related questions during the upcoming population and housing census. I'm pleased to inform you that from our technical sessions with them, National Population Commission, so far, we can say that census survey framework matches our own needs, and the conduct of the next census will help to solve the problem of the housing data problem. We have gone further to write to Mr. President about our engagement, but we're seeking for his own approval to conduct the census because of its significance to our objective of establishing this actual housing deficit. So we have gone far on that. To ensure that also the housing agencies under the supervision of the ministry are optimized to deliver on our target of affordable housing homes to Nigerians, we have composed a housing reform team of experts, stakeholders, including HDAN as the major stakeholders. We want HDAN representatives in each of our committees that we want to set up, that we have set up. We are including even the agency representative, professional bodies, academia, to develop a robust framework to reform the housing sector, including the review of the relevant laws and facilitation of necessary legislative amendments. This includes the Land Use Act, the NHF Act of 1992, the FMBN Act 1993, the Housing Authority Act 1973, the PENCOM Act for increased investment in housing, and also driving the nationwide passage and adoption of this mortgage foreclosure law.
He highlighted some of the achievements of his ministry, such as the completion of 1,000 housing units in 10 states, the launch of the National Social Housing Program, the establishment of the National Housing Fund, and the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, to provide low-interest loans for prospective homeowners.
We are also on the verge of going into the renewed hope cities and estates, which is always on the rise. So that's why we thought that renewed hope cities and estates will seek to deliver this because they have inclusivity at their core. Phase 1 of the project aims to deliver 34,500 housing units, ranging from 1,000 units per site in one location in each of the 6 geographical zones of the country, including FCT. We also intend to do the housing estates in every state government in the remaining 30 states of the Federation.
HDAN commended the minister and the FMBN for their achievements and urged them to do more to address the housing deficit in the country.
It was a very interactive meeting where we exchanged ideas because we have a common objective, and that objective is to see how we can provide housing for Nigerians and at the same time use the mechanism for housing provision to create employment for Nigerians, to create multiplier effect in the country. And we were pleased to note that the same aspirations we had in mind were the same things that the minister was doing.
Me, who have a passion for housing, and we are looking to support anybody who shares that passion with us. The Honorable Minister has a statutory duty to lead this nation towards meeting the needs, housing needs of a big population. And I think the meeting point for us is to find every way for somebody who's been a part of us to support him, to encourage him, and to be there as a sounding board if and when required. That is really the relationship that we have.
We have an honorable minister that obviously is part of HDAN. He understands the issues, and with his with the speech that he has given, the feedback he has given, we understand that he has an understanding of all the issues that we've raised earlier, and he's also implemented, or not implemented, but actually he's been able to, as a visionary, he's been able to set out solutions, innovative solutions to those problems.
And you can see that in just 3 months, they've taken major steps in trying to fulfill the items that we have put on that agenda. So we're very optimistic, and we've also extended our hands of collaboration and fellowship with him. We're going to support him, and we'll continue to track the performance, and we'll work with him to ensure that we deliver.
Home ownership is still an aspiration among a majority of Nigerians. Millions of Nigerians struggle for affordable housing amidst the real estate boom.
Have a place to lay your head that is convenient. It will make you to work well.
We've not done much in terms of housing, so a lot more needs to be done.
Anywhere in the world, social housing is driven by the government. Otherwise, there is no way low-income can own their own structure.
Housing is critical to economic development. The executive, the legislature must give housing a priority.
Under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, we are determined to change this embarrassing narrative.
This is Housing Development.